I would say yes, it's real. I mean, obviously, the market is dominated, I would say, by a male. But I find that slowly, women are really finding their space.
Everybody, you're welcome to Just for Women Africa, and my name is Olaleko Amoso, the founder of Just for Women Africa. And today we're on a Zoom interview all the way from Johannesburg, South Africa. We're with Dora Pivost, Sculptress, and she'll be talking to us about her profession and how far she has come. Yeah, welcome to the show, Dora.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome. All right, before we get into what you actually do, could you just tell viewers a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I am originally from the DRC, in Kinshasa. I was born there, raised there, and then I moved to South Africa 16 years ago now. So South Africa has become my home and welcomed me. I live here with my two daughters, my husband, and I have a son also. He lives in the UK. So yes, when I came in South Africa. I actually arrived here to study, as my profession is a lawyer, and I came to do a master degree, to continue my master degree here at the Wits University. And that's what actually brought me here in South Africa at first. So when I finished my master, I started working here in telecommunication, doing a contract with Vodacom. I worked with them for a while, I think 4 years ago, for 4 years. Then I continued in the corporate world. And then actually, art just took me by surprise, 9 years ago now, when I got pregnant with my twins. I decided to take a year gap, So then that's how I discovered sculpting. I started sculpting as a hobby. And then after that, people were telling me how good my work was. And then at the time there was a competition with PPC, the cement company, for young emerging artists. So I entered that competition, and then I went to the finals. So that's how actually I took arts on another level, to make it my profession.
That's really nice to hear. All right, so how long have you been a sculptress for? You said you took it on as a hobby, so basically you didn't go to school to learn it.
No, I didn't. It's been 8 years now that I've been sculpting.
8 years, wow, that's a really long time. All right, so do you do this full time?
I do now. I do. I have my studio. Before I didn't have a studio, so I used to go for some classes. It was practical. We start straight away of putting my hand in clay. That's actually how I really fell in love with it, because the teacher I had didn't go through, theory, and that's actually what I was looking for. For me, it was, I just wanted to put my hand into clay straight away. And then she will just tell us, whatever you want to work on, you work on a theme that you like, whatever you like, you can just start and do the work that you appreciate. And for me, it was straight away, I liked to do faces, and I like to do female bodies. And then I tried also a couple of different sculpture, but my favorite are really faces.
Okay, that's good to hear. So what happens to your dream of becoming a full-time lawyer? You've abandoned it?
I did actually. So, with the kids also, I mean the twins especially, because I have a big boy. But the twins, it was just a lot of work. That's why I decided, I'm gonna take a break for a year and then see how I can manage my work and my family. And then when I discovered sculpting, it was just my calling, and it became really my passion, And I started sculpting full time, and then I approached some gallery who were interested about my work, and then started exposing. So I just can't stop sculpting, And no, I'm not missing being a lawyer.
Okay, that's good to know. All right, so you've been doing this for 8 years. What has been some of your challenges in being a sculptress?
So the real challenge really it is, bringing your work out there, to the people, to recognize it. And as you know, art is very subjective, It's not like everyone would like what you do. It's specific. It's like beauty in human being, You see a person, you appreciate this person for what you see first, the physical of it first. And then it's not everybody's taste. And then for me, I would really say the elitism of the gallery, and because I've not been to school to learn that, sometimes you feel like, maybe my taste is not for everyone, maybe because I didn't follow the path that everybody goes to, and then you have a lot of doubt. But then I would say really approaching gallery and selling your work to galleries, that's been very challenging for me. But that doesn't stop me. So I do things my way. I recently, I think 2 years ago now, I held a solo exhibition in my house. I actually represented my house as a gallery, so all the work that I've done, I just exhibited it and then sent invitation, word of mouth to people. So it was quite a success, and people came.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, sculptress, what kind of materials do you use? Do you use clay? Do you use metal? Do you use fabricated stuff? What actually do you use to make your masterpieces?
I usually use clay, and then through PPC Imaginarium, like I said before, I got introduced to cement. So what happens, I first create in clay, then I will cast it into cement. And then I also work with bronze. Usually when I create with clay, then I will bring the work to a person who, because I cannot handle bronze, then I'll take it to the foundry for them to help me make it in bronze. I also work with plaster of Paris and some wires sometimes, and mixed media.
Okay, so with all the materials which you work with, which do you enjoy working with more, bronze, clay, or plaster?
I really enjoy working with clay, It reminds me when we were kids, So you will go play with the mud, put your hand into there and then just play with it. And then sculpting actually sometimes takes me back to those years when I was a child and play with clay. And now I can create, from nothing. That's actually why I like working with clay. But from nothing, you are able to create these beautiful faces, these beautiful bodies, or whatever actually you want to do, to create, and then this pieces stays forever. And I think that's the beauty of it.
That's really nice. Okay, you've been practicing for the last 8 years. Is there any sculpturists worldwide you look up to that, like artists you look up to, Michelangelo and the rest of them? Who do you look up to and you see their work and go like, wow, I need to get to that level?
There are so many people, so many artists, and especially women who really inspired me. I would say even here, first of all, in South Africa itself, I would say, to name a few names, like there is Marie Sibande, Nkule Mabaso, and then there's another woman also that I really appreciate. Internationally, she is the first woman who actually represented the US at the Venice Biennale this year, Simone Lee. So I really look up to this woman and really appreciate their work, and then hopefully one day my work can arrive to that level, you know.
All right, that definitely, your work will definitely get there. All right. So let's switch. Let's talk about something else. What is it like being an artist in South Africa, or doing business in South Africa as a woman? Is the environment friendly to women?
I would say yes, it's well. I mean, obviously, the market is dominated, I would say, by a male. But I found that slowly, women are really finding their space. There is more and more women, painters, sculptress, who are really reaching that level where they want to be and expressing themselves. I think it is friendly. I personally don't feel that there is an imbalance between male or female artists. That is my personal opinion, and it's been very, very friendly to me.
Okay, that's good to know. All right, Dora, we're about to round up the interview. What's the future for Dora Pivost and the Clay Room?
I'm really, really hoping that my work will be known internationally, because of the nature of the work that I do. Because with the work that I do, the sculpture that I create, I like to celebrate Black women and to give them a voice for the unheard ones. So like for PPC Imaginarium, I did some sculpture, of different type of women who I work a lot with gender-based violence. So I like to give the voice to those women. In Congo, there's been war for years now in the east of the country, which is not ending, and people don't really talk about it. So through my arts, I really want to give a voice to these women, to the world that, this is happening. And through arts, I think it's a good way for me to give a voice to the women and for people to know exactly what's happening and the gender-based violence happening around the world. I also create sculptures to express that, and that's why I really hope that worldwide my work will be known. And if I have to give, some advice to my fellow artists, young, emerging like me, it's really to be confident about the work that they do, and to take advice, but never lose authenticity, because this is the soul of our work.
Yeah, definitely. That's good to hear. No, not to lose authenticity, and keep going. All right. Presently, your work is available in South Africa, Johannesburg. To our viewers who are watching, who would like to get hold on your masterpiece, is it available for shipment?
Yes, it is. I ship worldwide.
Okay. And for people who are watching who would like to get hold of your artwork, could you give out your contact details for viewers who are watching on YouTube?
Yes, definitely. And they can contact me via Instagram. I've got some of my work there. So that will be Dora _l'artiste, which is LARTISTE. And then otherwise via email also dora.prevost@gmail.com.
Okay, Dora, it's really nice having you on the show. But one more question before we end the show. What's your advice to women out there in South Africa, all over Africa, who, like you earlier said, it's a male-dominated field, but they want to get into business, they want to get into artistry. What's your advice to them?
I would say don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Just go and start whatever your heart feels like, your dream, and be authentic, be true, be determined, be confident, believe in yourself, and never take a no for a no. Like, for example, if you go to knock on the door of somebody who will say no to you today, don't worry. Maybe in 2 years' time again, or every single year, you will go and try again. Just be very very creative, and always also take advice from people, and then to master your work, but never lose trust in yourself.
That is absolutely true. Never lose trust in yourself and keep working on that. Thank you, Dora. We appreciate you coming on the show. Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much for having me. Really appreciate it.
Sure. All right. Enjoy your Sunday. Thank you, Dora.
Thank you. You too.